Main thing is to protect these characters, make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them, and that the universe of Star Wars continues to grow.
Liar!
No shit.
Don't bullshit me.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit. You said so.
It's all bullshit. Oh shit.
Shit.
Shit. Shit. Shit. Shit.
What's up, everybody? It's Groovinator from RaidersOfTheLostFlix.com, and I am here with my brother from another mother, ETEP and I, in the Place to Be Reviews.
Hey, what's up, Raiders? It is I, it is he, it is me, ETEP Wakuian from the Place to Be Reviews right here with all of yous. Thanks for having me, Groove.
You're welcome, man. Thanks for being with me. I know
No
we have
problem.
like a little bit of chemistry and people seem to like it when we stream together. So we do this. We do
Absolutely.
this. Before I get into it, though, some people probably want to know where I've been on my channel. I am tired of apologizing and making excuses. So I'll just break it down and tell you why I haven't been making content, putting it out. Last week, I helped my dad clean out the garage. My sister came from Illinois. She was visiting. We helped my dad clean out a garage. I spent like 2 or 3 days out there cleaning up the mess and getting it in some sort of organized. And then usually this time of year, it's supposed to be pretty cool in Florida, like weather-wise. This particular week, it was like unconditionally hot, like, not supposed to be that hot. So it was like 160 degrees out there every day. So you come in, you clean off the mess from you and peel off the salt and all that. I'm like, I need to make a video. So that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I tried to get some content out, and I usually don't do stuff on the weekends. And then we did your watch party, which was a double header. We watched Unicorn Store and Hellraiser. And also, you guys know I've been going to the gym and I'm trying to lose weight, and I've been lifting the weights. And I think I overdid a little bit because my tailbone has been killing me. So I've spent like the last couple of days sitting on a donut. In fact, right now I'm sitting on a donut with an ice pack underneath of it. So I'm very uncomfortable. And usually when I make videos, it's like maybe 10, 12 minutes of recording and 2 hours of editing before I upload it. Me and my chair are not best friends right now. My butt and my chair do not get along. So not been able to make content there. Then the week after my parents left, my dog, who's 13 years old and diabetic, has to have shots 2 times a day. So I helped my mom do that. And then also when you let her out, she's blind. So you have to walk around so she doesn't run into things. And the whole time that my dad went back to Illinois with my sister to pick up some of the stuff that we didn't bring down here when we moved. So he was gone for about a week. And during that week, the dog was just anxious. She was up early at like 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, wanting to go out. And of course, when it's dark outside, I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes because they like my blood type. I don't even know what my blood type is, but they definitely like mine, So between getting eaten up by mosquitoes and not being able to sit, I have been a fucking mess. So I apologize for my absence, and I'm sorry it took me so long to get all that out there, but that's where we're at. So I've been on ETEP's channel. I've been doing some streams with him though. So, I'm trying to make up for it. And of course, I don't do the Friday show anymore. It's a real long story with that. So we're not going to get into that, but that kind of frees me up a little bit. But what we're going to do to make up for the absence, and I pulled some people in my group, and I do want to plug my group really quick here. And let's see here. So if you go to this group, the official Raiders of the Lost Flicks page, I do polls. Okay. I ask my audiences things. A lot of my fans have joined this group. It's kind of blowing up. It's picking up momentum. People post on there on a regular basis. Oh, I probably should close that down. All right. So, that wasn't good. So anyways, but yeah, I post there on a regular basis. And the one thing that people like to do the most is they like to do watch parties. All right. So watch party it will be. We're going to do a Halloween watch party this weekend. And this is my special announcement. So I want to get to my special announcement. All right. We're going to do us a watch party for and one of these days I'm going to learn how to operate my computer. You know what I mean? So, all right. So I like to make things in the Photoshops. We are going to do none other than the most classic zombie movie ever made, 1978, George Romero classic, Dawn of the Dead. Pete will be there. We'll probably have Tap there. And we're going to have Cody from Goober Brothers Entertainment, who I'm trying to get to. We're going to go to Universal Studios. Hopefully we get there before the thing's over with, because he's a busy guy too. So we're going to do some streaming from Horror Nights. I'm hoping we can get that done like within the next week or so, and do some live streaming from there. So, but yeah, make sure you join us. That's this Saturday. I know it's kind of a short notice. It was just something I decided to do to kind of say, hey, sorry for being gone. Here's a watch party. Come with us. Now, I know I don't drink, but these guys like to get inebriated. And I can't apologize for them. I don't know what's going to happen. Insults will be thrown around. It's a good time.
This time.
Well, you didn't pass out. I was surprised you didn't pass out during your double header, man. I mean, that was...
I didn't start
brutal.
drinking really until Monica had the shot game for Hellraiser.
Oh my God, the shot game was nuts. She really wanted to hurt you, man.
I just put the fifth right next to me.
She wanted to hurt you. It's like, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot. I'm like, you can't do that. You're gonna die.
I wasn't even just mixing drinks. I was just pouring vodka in the bottom of my cup and just tossing it back. I threw a little bit of Gatorade in there just to give it color. But
God Almighty! So I also want to plug. I want to plug this guy here too. He has his own group as well. So make sure you join the Place to Be Reviews. All right.
We have Kool-Aid.
He has Kool-Aid, and I'm on that show quite a bit. So if you like what we do here, you make sure you want to go there as well. So that's my special announcement. All right. Before I get into the review, I mean, in case you've been under a rock for the last couple of days, and the last 40 hours have been very exciting, they released the final Star Wars trailer. Probably the final Star Wars trailer that will ever be. You know what I mean? So
it was bad.
Now, I know we get a lot of shit being within the fandom menace, that it's just kind of popular for us to show off in front of one another and just shit on it, just to shit on it. I'm going to squash that lie right there. All right. I'm still a Star Wars fan. If I wasn't a Star Wars fan, why would I care so much? You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, this is not going to be the first time I've seen it kind of reaction, because I was on Pete's stream while this trailer dropped, and we actually watched this thing live, and I felt nothing, man.
Nope.
I felt nothing, but we'll get into that. Before I get into that, Pete, how you feeling, man? Are you feeling stunning and brave?
I'm feeling very stunning and very brave, and I'm ready for some Rose Tico and some Space Horsies and some Jar Jar Abrams type fucking hype.
So you've been watching some TV shows. You've been watching Batwoman, right?
Yeah, yes.
Do you watch any shows that you like? I'm just curious.
The Walking Dead, Prodigal Son. I actually just watched my first episode of this new show on CBS called Evil last night. Nice. I think it's the third or fourth episode. It's really good. It's about like these three people who work for the Catholic Church, and they kind of go around and they're investigators. They investigate these instances of things that are misconstrued as, possibly like demonic possessions, supernatural things, miracles, and try to debunk them with science. And it's just a really cool show. Prodigal Son has Tom Paine, formerly of The Walking Dead. He played Jesus on there. Excellent show. His father's a serial killer. He's a former FBI agent who's assisting, I believe it's the NYPD now, and the lead investigator is Lou Diamond Phillips, which is always cool to see him in something, because I absolutely love him, and he basically looks the same as he did in Young Guns. He's just got a little bit of gray hair.
He looked really good in Longmire.
Oh God, I love that show.
He was fantastic in Longmire. That was a great show, man. I was sorry to see that. I hate how it ended, though.
I know. I didn't like it, but
I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't seen it. But how it ended, I was just like, oh.
I guess the books are really good on that. If I had the time to read, I would really enjoy that. I've got these two Neil Gaiman graphic novels, the Sandman series. I'm waiting to start reading. because I don't have time. I'm like 3 issues into the Maximum Carnage story in the Spider-Man comics with all the Venom stuff coming up. So I do take the time to enjoy some things I like. Batwoman is just me outwardly showing my masochism to the world.
The masochism, that's the word I was looking for right there. Masochism. Speaking of masochism, I have a ticket to go see Terminator Dark Fate the day after Halloween at noon. I'm already hearing bad things about that movie, Pete.
I just saw a review somebody posted. I can't remember what shill site it was from, but they gave it a 9 out of a 10. A 9 out of 10. I've seen the trailers. I've seen every Terminator movie. I'm not the hugest fan of the property. I enjoyed the original one. Terminator 2 came out in like 90 or 91 around there. I was like 11 or 12, I think, when it came out. I love that movie. And that was the thing, is like I always looked at them like Linda Hamilton. She was number one. She was jacked in that movie. She was hot and she was a badass. She was like the kick-ass like alpha female, like perfect like female lead for that. And to see her in this one now, it's just like, oof, time has not been kind to you. She sounds almost like Patty and Selma, Marge's sisters. I mean, yeah, I like I said, I feel bad for you having to go see this, but a little over 2 weeks after that,
I've never been more like disappointed to go see a movie in my entire life. Like I went into Hellboy with a little bit of optimism, because I thought, well, if I can just separate myself from it not being Ron Perlman anymore, maybe I can enjoy it. And then I realized that all the best parts were the trailer. That's rough, man. I could have just saved a whole bunch of money, watched a trailer and said, yeah, good trailer, 10 out of 10, walk away. I watched the whole movie and I'm like, that's really all the fuck you had, huh? It's like, it was not even a good performance from what's his name from Stranger Things. I can't remember. David Arbor. Yeah, David Arbor. I don't even want to get into that. I don't even talk about that anymore. But it's exciting when you watch a new TV show. And I finally stopped and watched Creep Show. And as I've mentioned on this channel many times, when it comes to the horror franchise, or the horror genre, I should say, I'm not like a super horror fan, but I do enjoy horror movies. I own enough horror movies to call myself a fan. And my favorite types of horror movies are the anthology series. And an anthology movie is when you have a group of short stories in a 2-hour format. Sometimes they're connected, sometimes they're not connected. In the case of Creep Show, I think it was like 5 or 6 different stories on the first one, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've seen it, but they reprised that show. They turned it into a TV series on Shudder. Shudder's been killing it, by the way. Absolutely loves the programs that they've had on there, especially Joe Bob's Last Drive-In. And Joe Bob actually comes back this Friday. So I am super amped about that. I can't wait he's doing a Halloween marathon. So
he's a legend.
I don't know what movies he's doing. They haven't really announced that yet, but he just goes from one movie to the next movie in marathons. I can't wait. Yeah, he is so fun to watch. Yeah, he's really great on Shudder, Pete, because he's not censored.
Yeah, like he was on, was it TNT? He was on with his Joe Bob's Monster Vision he used to have.
Yeah, Monster Vision. I used to watch that.
My sisters and I used to watch it every weekend, man.
Faithfully, I miss the days of the TV horror talk show hosts. Those. I miss those Svengoolie and you know what I mean. There was a lot of other guys that I'm not mentioning either. Vampira was a horror show host, and they used to have to fill a time slot, Pete, like towards the end of a weekend. Yeah, and they'd have some crappy movies on there, and to make it interesting, they'd have somebody announcing them. Remember when Gilbert Gottfried had USA Up All Night movie?
Yes,
I used to watch those too, man.
What was that other? What was that other? There was like that other show on. There was another crazy show on USA. It was late nights. I was just watching a documentary about all these late night shows and stuff like that from the. Like,
oh the 80s. Yeah, there's a really good documentary. I don't remember the name of it right now, but I have to look it up. There was a good documentary I watched that was just about monster movie hosts. In the lost art form that it is. But this particular show here takes the same format from the movie and turns into a TV series. And what they do here is they have two short stories on each episode. Each episode's about 46 minutes. They put a surprise, and you might recognize the name, Pete, Greg Nicotero.
Oh, anything with his name on it, man. The effects are going to be amazing because
this is his baby. This is his baby, and I'm glad you mentioned effects because this has a lot of practical special effects.
He specializes in that, man. Oh my God, because he usually does the season premieres like a mid-season finale and or a premiere or both, and then the season finale of The Walking Dead. And those are the ones where you get like a lot of awesome practical effects, you know, some really special or cool walkers. So yeah, that's awesome, man, that he's doing that again.
I want to acknowledge the chat real quick. I want to say hi to Fatal J. By the way, I watched your show the other night, Fatal J, when that trailer dropped. Like that's why I didn't go live that night. I would have been buried by all of the bigger streams. It's like, why even do this? Like, everybody is streaming all at the same time. The internet broke after that trailer dropped, dude. It was nuts. And I was just jumping from stream to stream. And the funniest one I saw was President Abu Nas. And Fatal J was on there, and they were just roasting the fuck out of the Star Wars trailer. And I was laughing so hard because Abu Nas is just on this other level, man.
Yeah,
I can't even keep up with that. He is a one-man show all by himself. But I want to say hi to the Elite. And Elite says, which one is going to be worse, T6, Cats, or Rise of Skywalker?
Oh,
well, here's the problem, Elite. One of these I have to go see. The other two I can ignore. So I'm going to go with T6 because I have to sit through it, man. I'm going to review it for my channel. I think the hardest part is going to have to be me going to the movie theater and being able to cut off all of the bad publicity that this movie's getting. You know, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm strong enough, you know.
Fucking A.
But I don't know if I can do it, man. I'm hearing it's woke. I don't want to think about that going into it, though. I don't want to be jaded. I just want to go in and judge it as a movie. You know, is it a good movie by itself? Does it require the other movies to enjoy it? You know, is it trying to preach to me? Is it a heavy-handed message? You know, all that remains to be seen. But anyways, yeah, if you guys get a chance, definitely check out Creep Show. There's some big name actors in there as well. You might have heard of the name DJ Qualls. Trisha Helfer from Battlestar Galactica is in there. Adrian Barbeau comes back.
Nice.
Giancarlo Esposito, the guy that plays Chicken Man from Breaking Bad. He's in
Giancarlo Esposito.
There you go.
He's in the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah. He plays one of like the moths in there, I believe. I saw the trailer for that. And I was like, damn, because they were talking about switching him over and possibly casting him in that Professor X or Magneto role in the new X-Men. That was one of the people that was rumored if they were going to do the race swap. So yeah, he's good, man. I didn't even watch Breaking Bad. I know that guy's a good actor.
I'd buy that for $1.
I can't wait. That maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. I'm hoping it's good. There's a lot of hot hype around it, but yeah, if you guys get a chance, check out Creep Show. I'm not going to give it a full-blown review until the series is actually finished. I've only seen 4 episodes, but I've really enjoyed what I've seen. Like I said, they've put a lot of money into this, and it shows. The stories are really damn good. They're enjoyable. A lot of practical effects over digital, and I appreciate that. But you guys didn't come here to hear about Creep Show. But I do want to say one more dumb thing before I get into the next. Let's get this right here.
Nobody's going to go see Cats.
No, nobody's going to go see Cats. I have no desire to see that. I don't think I'm going to do that. So I don't see any reason to do that.
No. I did a trailer
asking
reaction
for it. So this fool here,
Oh,
Mr. Hemsworth, decided he wants to be in a Star Wars franchise. And it makes sense because he's about to get cucked out of his own franchise. Am I right?
oh my God. Yeah, don't get me started on Marvel right now. I'm just beside myself with some of this shit they're doing. And then other stuff is like, I can dig this. But yeah, this Chris Hemsworth, and nothing he's been in outside of Thor has been successful, or the Avengers. Like Men in Black International, Ghostbusters 2016, which I made my son sit through it the other day because he's seen all the Ghostbusters movies. I'm like, it came on. I'm like, I'm going to suffer. We're going to watch this. And we watched, and he's like, Daddy, I don't like this.
So Chris Hemsworth, who in my opinion has nothing going for him past the Marvel franchise, because he's the same character in everything now. He's going to be reduced to a stereotype if he doesn't start broadening his horizons. And when he does try to be serious, I don't think he quite nails it. You know what I mean? Like the Heart of the Sea, I just was like, meh. He's in Star Trek for like a minute. the last Star Trek reboot. But I see this headline here, Pete. Yes, Chris Hemsworth would love to join the Star Wars franchise, and all I can think is. So let's get into this crap and get it over with. Ever since news broke that Marvel Studios president and now Marvel CEO Kevin Feige would be developing a Star Wars movie, fans have been wondering actors from the MCU would be bringing to a galaxy far, far away. Brie Larson, anybody? Multiple MCU heroes have expressed their interest, and you can now count the God of Thunder among their ranks. Do we really want to call him the God of Thunder at this point?
I just call him Kevin Thor.
Maybe the Thunder from Down Under?
He's the God of legumes.
God of legumes. Yes, Chris Hemsworth would love to join the Star Wars franchise. And when asked about the possibility, the Aussie actor said, and we have to mention that this is probably tales from the rumor mill at this point, but oh yeah, I'd love to. I'm not sure there's many people that they'd say wouldn't want to be a part of that world. I wouldn't, not this particular version of Star Wars anyway, and especially have it be something I've grown up with, like all of us here. Probably it would be like a fan experience as opposed to being an actor. That's the fun thing at this point of cinema in my career. Well, if Men in Black International is any indication of where your career is going to go, you might want to consider getting a new booking agent. I'm just saying. If you're booking a hyperspace journey to a galaxy far, far away, Chris Hemsworth wants a ticket. It seems that Chris Hemsworth, if he wanted to be involved in Star Wars in some capacity, was almost a question that didn't need asking, because the actor would love to be a part of the Star Wars franchise. And as he accurately noted, the Ace Comic Midwest via comicbook.com, he's not sure of many people that wouldn't. And I don't know what world these people live in. Chris Hemsworth would love to join the Star Wars franchise and be a part of that world, not just because of its popularity or what a big deal it is, but because he is a genuine fan. Like many of us, the actor says that he grew up with Star Wars, making any potential inclusion in that universe a no-brainer for him. In his mind, being a Star Wars project would really be like acting for him, because how much he loves the Star Wars. A role in a Star Wars project wouldn't feel quite like a job or work. What, and Marvel does? And would instead feel like a fun experience. This page jumps so much because of the ads. Yeah. He was getting to have as a fun. It seems that Chris Hemsworth would really value that sort of opportunity at this point in his career to just do something fun that he'd love to do as a fan of the material. The writing on this is awful. Chris Hemsworth is certainly no stranger to the franchise, having had roles in Ghostbusters. Yeah, that role.
Oh, he was a moron in that. Like, he was dumber than he was in as Thor in Thor Ragnarok.
You should not allow that kind of role to be done to you. Everybody that was involved with Ghostbusters 2016, it's an embarrassment for their career. It's a sore spot. People that stand up for that. Star Trek and Men in Black International, but like none of those are good examples at all, by the way. But like fellow MCUer and franchise collector Zoe Saldana, he still needs to check off the Star Wars box. Now, Zoe Saldana has done pretty well for herself.
She's a good actress, though.
Outside of, yes, damn right she is. He's not the only one who wants in on the Star Wars either. Captain America's Chris Evans, oh dear God, has also expressed interest. And Captain Marvel Brie Larson is going hard and making her intentions known quite plainly that she wants to be part of Kevin's movie. I can't read the rest of this, man. I just can't do it. I
don't blame you.
I can't do it.
I think Kevin Feige nailing Brie Larson. I mean, she is not. Objectively, I say this, and I take into consideration that she won an Oscar. She is not that good of an actress.
No, you know who else won an Oscar, Pete?
Marissa Tomei?
Halle Berry.
She won an Oscar for Monsters Ball, didn't she?
Yeah.
The most memorable thing she did in that movie, she got plowed by Billy Bob Thornton.
I tried to watch Monsters Ball, Pete. I didn't get maybe 6-7 minutes into that. I was like, nope. Like the first thing you see is you got Heath Ledger like banging some prostitute in a motel room. The very next scene is the old guy from Everybody Loves Raymond and Young Frankenstein out there like dropping racial slurs like every 5 seconds. I'm just like, I can't, I'm like,
that was the whole hook to the
I
movie.
don't know
was
where
like,
this movie's going, but I'm not willing to get to that point. You know what I mean? It's like you got to ease me into the uncomfort. If you're just gonna slam me in the face with it right off, it's like getting hit in the head with a frozen brisket. You know what I mean?
And God rest Peter Boyle's soul, man. I don't know why he chose that movie, but
maybe he believed in it. Maybe the money was good. I mean, there's a ton of people in that movie, man. But I couldn't finish watching because I wanted to see her performance.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of the times I don't agree with Oscar winners in general, because they have a tendency to let me down. They kind of gravitate towards the stuff that I don't. That the people in general don't watch.
It's all, we talked about this there, and it's all the art house stuff, and it's movies that like Best Picture is usually a movie that like nobody that's not like. And I don't like to use the word cinephile because it sounds weird. Just like, your hardcore movie fanatics watch that are like into these foreign films and stuff. And I'm sorry, but for me to watch a foreign film, it's got to be like really good, or an old Kaiju Godzilla. Because I just watched Toho Rodan.
Nice.
Toho.
Yeah.
I watched Rodan with Trey this morning, man. He loves those movies.
I watched Gamera like 2 nights ago. It's terrible. It's really bad.
The effects are horrible, but
I watched it on Mystery Science Theater. No, it was Rift Tracks. Yeah, Rift Tracks did it. And I'm like, oh, God, even with Rift Tracks, it was hard to get through. So, yeah, God bless you, Chris Hemsworth. But why would you want to go on the sinking Titanic at this point? That's what I want to know. Why would you want to, I had an employee once. He wanted to quit GameStop. This when I was managing GameStop, New Lenox, Illinois, and he's a good employee. He's still a friend of mine, but he wanted to quit GameStop and go manage a Blockbuster Video, like right before their liquidation. And I'm like, they're closing, right? He's like, yeah, but it's a manager position. I'm like, give me about a month. I can get you a store here, brother. It's like, I mean, this was a while back. I wouldn't want to be there now, but why would you want to be the captain of a sinking ship? That's not really something I want on my epitaph. So,
I was the captain of the Hindenburg.
Dear God.
That's on your resume?
Oh, so if that works for you, fine. But, let's get to it now. And in case you didn't see the opening, I just want to remind you that
the popcorn you're eating has been pissed in. Film at 11.
No!
That was the wrong clip. I'm sorry.
Main thing is to protect these characters. Make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them. And that the universe of Star Wars continues to grow.
Liar!
So I just want to remind everybody where we've come before I do this next screen share. We're going to break this trailer down now. Unfortunately, we've done this already. So Pete and I have done this, but we're going to do it again because you wanted to know our reaction. This is different than my typical reactions because I've actually seen this already. So I have to kind of pretend.
We're going to do this again tonight on the show, inevitably. So
yeah, it's the thing,
It's the lead in the zeitgeist right now. It's the big thing. So we're gonna talk about.
You've all seen the trailer, so I'm not going to play it through infinity. I'm just going to like play and then pause and break down pieces of it, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. So make sure I got the screen. Yeah, I got the screen looking exactly the way I want it to. All right, so here we go. Lucasfilm in name only.
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't put a mouse on top of that. Yeah.
All right. So I don't want to turn this into every frame of pause, but
here we are in Endor.
This is either Endor or, I wish this was the same jungle as Predator, and the Predator would come out and just assassinate somebody. That would make this movie interesting.
You know what they could have done here? It would have been really cool is if they included Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Kashyyyk was a neat planet. That was one thing I liked about the prequels, man. As much as people shit on them, those planets were interesting. They were different,
because the Allfather spent time world building.
It's so important to do.
It is.
Building. It's. So, what do you think, Pete? You think this actually is Endor, or is this going to be some planet MacGuffin that the Jar Jar has come up with?
Well, I mean, I look at was it Jakku in Farce Awakens, and then Rian Johnson, the planet of, what was it, Crate, in the last dumpster fire. So in the Rise of Soy Walker, I can see them copying Endor and then calling it like, I don't know, like Rendor or something like that. I know, like seriously though, I don't think it'll be Endor. But it's probably going to be a carbon copy, like a 25% difference, maybe.
Yeah,
because that number likes to be thrown around a lot.
It has to be 25% difference. It's
Yeah.
Endo. It's Planet Endo.
I need to go there. Shit, what's going on? You need to hop on an X-wing or
little
something.
pot leaf in the background there. No, yeah. So
that's Fern Gully, man. That's where they are. They're in Fern Gully. It's
Fern
fucking
Gully.
Disney, after all.
You keep it up, you're gonna make this look a little bit too much like Avatar. Anyway, here we go. And whose helmet is that? Is that the blast shield down? Is she training? Is that what the fuck that is?
It might be. I think it is.
Okay. You notice that Jar Jar's like scenes have a tendency to look a lot alike in every single movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just it's, if you ever watch that TED Talk mystery box video that's floating around, I've
seen parts of it. I haven't seen it all the way through yet.
God, he's just a fucking hack. I mean, he's a hack. In the trailer with all the Star Destroyers, that was exactly like what he do with was it the Star Trek movie he did? The trailer was like this, like overblown, like it looks like it's nothing but action, and then it's not, and that's what Jar Jar does. And then it's like, oh, we'll do something, but we'll never resolve that because we don't care about satisfying conclusions. Lost. Fucking hate him for that. I love that show. Fucking hate you, Abrams, you son of a bitch.
Damn you, Abrams, you done us dirty. So here we go. I could run like the wind. I was running and running. So how does that work? She leapt from a planet right onto the fucking Death Star.
Well, she's Rey. She's the bestest ever.
She can leap right through reality. Yeah.
Oh God. My Lord.
All right, and here's the character that's probably the most criminally abused in all of the Star Wars universe. And if you want my personal opinion,
I agree with you, man. They had an opportunity to set him up to be this like basically transcendent character, and especially because the big push for diversity now. I mean, the dude had a great backstory until they made him a janitor, and and he was a bumbling fucking idiot. But yet he knew everything there was to know about everything, and now he knows all about the Force. I mean, I'm so confused.
We'll use the Force, Pete.
Fuck it, we'll use the Force. Fuck it,
that's
we'll use
not
the Force
how
live.
That works.
Well, dude, that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Oh God, it hurts so good. All right, so okay, so this union meeting right here. Let's talk about this. This not Admiral Akbar right over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's Lando wearing his solo outfit.
Wearing his dong lover clothes.
Here's my theory, all right? They wasted a lot of money making that costume. They got to get their money's worth out of using that shit, so they made Lando lose weight just so he could get into that fucking costume.
That's why Billy D. Williams got in shape. It wasn't for actually the movie. It was just to get into that costume.
Like, we can't afford another costume, man. You got to wear this shit. This is it. This is all you get.
We spent too much money CGI and space horses onto a fucking Star Destroyer.
What is it with Disney? Why can't they fucking make new costumes for their heroes, man?
Oh, yeah.
They made a new costume for Poe.
Ray hasn't got a new outfit in 3 fucking movies.
Ray hasn't had a new outfit in 3 movies. She's got to be pretty ripe by now, man. All right, so oh God, she's supposed to be the hero, and you can't afford to make her another costume, man. Why you gotta do it dirty like that? Why?
Right. The resistance is multiplied.
Speaking of new costumes, even Rose Tico, you could get a new fucking costume, man.
Shit, dude, there's Charlie from Lost. He didn't drown. He ended up in Star Wars. Not Penny's boat. Bitch, I'm on a spaceship.
Oh my God. The memes from this fucking trailer. I can't pull that meme up right this second. I don't have it at my disposal, but the meme was this face right here. And then it says that look when you see horsies on the fucking Star Destroyer. Oh, dear God. And you know what? How do they get her to look so like just that? She
Because
is a pretty woman, man. Why
she's a
look at
very
her
attractive
here?
woman. They do. They just make her look. Well, look at what they did to Charlize Theron in Monster.
Oh yeah,
They made her
one.
look like Rocky Dennis.
You know, she's my favorite actress there is. Period. I absolutely adore her as an actress. I think she deserved. I went and saw Monster in the theater. I went on a date to see that one.
Okay.
You want to talk about a most awkward first date movie? That one.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I just watched was it Atomic Blonde with her in it the other day.
yeah, I have that one.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
It was. It really was.
That's a good movie. So anyway, the fuck you talking about?
What you talking about, Willis? Look at Chewy. Chewy's even got a what the fuck face.
Fucking Dollar General Chewy over here too. I'm sorry, man, but Chewy passed away when Peter Mayhew died.
Mayhew,
They should have
God rest
retired
his
the
soul.
character as you know, just yeah.
But now he owes a life debt to Ray.
So now these poor guys are reduced to just what, working on the X-wing when he's not flying it. Is that
Yep.
what they're okay? All right.
They can't afford mechanics anymore. They all died in the fucking wake of the Holdo maneuver.
Oh my God.
We're almost out of gas. Give me.
so all right. So here we go. Now that shot right there is pretty cool. I gotta admit that's more of that stuff that we got from Rogue One. You know, I liked seeing familiar ships in a different angle, in a different setting. You know, I really enjoyed one of my favorite scenes in the movie, other than just the walkers storming the beach on that planet. That scene where they're over Kyber and all of the Star Destroyers are kind of like raising above and they're seeing it from a distance. I remember seeing stuff like that in dreams and just seeing that out on screen. That was magical. That was what I was hoping that Disney was going to give us, was that kind of stuff.
All the Star Destroyers leaving Jeddah right before they hit it with the Death Star when Tarkin wanted to test it out.
That stuff was awesome. Why can't they figure out that that's the kind of stuff that we want?
Mm-hmm.
That was a successful movie. And most people don't say bad things about Rogue One. I know some people are like, well, it's just fan service. I'm like, yeah,
it was good
fan
service.
We wanted fan service. We wanted to pay for fan service. Damn it!
Even though Diego Luna wasn't really the best in it, Cassidy Andor was all right, but Alan Tudyk made up for that. What's the girl's name? Felicity Jones that plays Jyn Erso. She was good.
She was okay. She was kind of a forgettable character. I don't think it was necessarily her performance. I think it was the script that she was given. She was just moving the plot along and not doing a whole lot of anything else.
There was really no differentiation for her as a woman in that role either. Really, if you think about it, you could have really replaced her with a guy and not changed. But
that was my only gripe about Rogue One, man, is that all the characters, with the exception of K2SO, were pretty generic and forgettable.
Yeah.
The one that I remember the most was K2SO and the guy with the staff. One with the forces with
Sheared Imwe, Donnie Yen.
Donnie Yen, that's it. Yeah.
Don't sleep on Ben Mendelsohn. Is Krennic though, man.
No, he was a good villain. Yeah, he was compelling.
His scenes in that movie were great, man. He is a perfect villain. He's like that Christoph Waltz. Is that his name? Christoph Waltz level. Just when the guy delivers a line, you just kind of have to just sit there and kind of take notice, because he's a master of his craft. He really. I'm
surprised that they didn't try to bring Christoph Waltz into this universe, but even he's probably smart enough to tell his agent, like,
I'll stick with Tarantino.
I already did James Bond, I'm good,
Yeah.
I'm good with coming back into franchises. I'd rather do my own thing.
Yeah.
Fantastic actor, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here we are back on Camino. I'm sorry, we've seen this before, man. I don't. So I'm assuming they're on like a piece of Death Star that crashed into the sea.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if SpongeBob's in there, like a pineapple under the sea.
Hey, kids! Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob Sith Pants.
But okay, so You remember that the Death Star got obliterated, right? Like
There was
just
nothing left.
nuclear blast,
It was evaporated into tiny little pieces.
tiny little sparkles, and
Teeny little pieces.
like the first time you saw it blow up when you were a kid, before the special editions came out, it was like little sparklies. After it exploded, it looked like a big fireworks show, and then they put the big ring on there so that you definitely know that everything got fucking obliterated in a nuclear type blast that happened in space. And yet here's a big old hunk of the Death Star in the ocean.
And it's just chilling there too. I mean, this water must not be that deep because it's not like it's floating. It's like stationary. So
Alrighty then.
like, how big of pieces are they trying to say that this is? Because that one shot they show coming up, it shows it's like half of like an entire wall, like part of like an entire like quarter section of this thing. And I'm like, no.
and there's Ray right there. So
Yeah.
okay. You don't know me.
Oh, here comes Darth Emo.
Oh, he's just got that face like, I want to ride the pony.
He looks like it's like one of those like claymation figures that you could like just mold his face and he just looks doughy. This looks like a dough.
I don't really know him from a lot of movies. I haven't seen him in a lot of stuff yet, so I can't really judge him as an actor, but just in the character, his portrayal of this not a Sith necessarily, has some force powers. He definitely wants to be a dark something or other, but he doesn't have a Darth title. He just always has this look on his face like he's so disappointed. Like, I'm going to go home and listen to Linkin Park.
Mom, where's my fucking Hot Pockets?
It's not a phase, Mom.
This is who I am.
I told you, I want some motherfucking chocolate milk.
Stop buying the generic shit.
Just damn it. All right.
Motherfucking yoo-hoo.
Don't let me do nothing.
The kid that has every toy and sits in his room and complains that he's bored.
Oh,
this is
God.
Kylo Ren.
I wanted Tron. I got Star Wars.
I wanted Tron. What the fuck is this?
Ladies and gentlemen, Cloud City. Literally a city in the clouds. We've not done this one before, or are those crystals?
That's what I said. Well, it's a giant floating ice planet in the sky, so it's not an oil refinery floating city.
Actually, I think this is the planet Meth. I think this is where meth is actually made. Those are the crystals right there, and then they melt.
How the hell did the poor bastards where I live get all the way up there to get their meth then? I don't understand this. This isn't a galaxy far, far away. These people don't have teeth. I know they can't afford to fly to space to get their meth.
I mean, it has that fairy tale quality to it, but
it does. Like I said, some of the visuals are cool. They are, but knowing what they're trying to do, it's like, I see what you're doing and I'm not buying it. I'm not at all.
I see what you're doing and I don't like it. Yeah, it's Hollywood. The purpose of a trailer is to get us excited to go see a thing. We're not just doing this because it's the popular thing to do. We're showing you right now, frame for frame, why this ain't working. Okay,
we don't like it.
We don't like it. We don't like it.
We don't like it at all.
Do not like. Okay, so Game of Thrones, anybody?
Didn't that blow up with the Death Star? I mean, it was in the Death Star when it blew up into a million tiny pieces, billions of pieces.
What the fuck?
That's about the reaction that this is like a fucking Game of Thrones looking.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. And where the scratches come from? Is he got
the explosion? It just got scratched. Tis a flesh wound.
It's a flesh wound,
flesh
sir.
wound.
Somebody mentioned in another video, I don't remember who, I don't want to steal somebody else's content, but they mentioned that these bad guys never have comfortable chairs. Like, you can't afford a fucking comfortable office chair.
Lumbar support.
You know, it's like you can't get something a little bit better than that. You know, you can't get some. Oh,
I don't even see a cup holder.
I don't even see a fucking donut right there, and I'm sitting on one.
And Palpatine's old. I mean, this dude,
Right? Yeah, he's got a little cane to fucking hobble around with.
Where's my orthopedic beads, Kylo Ren? I need
my back massager.
I need my lower lumbar support. Bring me my foot bath. What the fuck?
Oh. My God. Okay, so he's doing that talking over thing. You notice the similarities between this and the It video? I've waited for you. I craved you.
Oh.
All right, now what's that rising up out of?
That's a Star Destroyer coming up from underwater.
Is that underwater? Okay.
It
That
looks-
I can maybe understand. Are we raising the Titanic? So we're bringing the Phantom Fleet up out of the ocean.
Yep.
Oh,
And he's supposed to have tons of these things. Like, this is the Sith fleet, I believe he was calling it. I'm like,
is that what they're calling it?
and all of these Star Destroyers have like the weapons capability of the Death Star.
Alrighty then.
But yet they're able, I guess, like one of the leaks said they're disabled because they do something to Darth Sidious's ship, and it disables all the rest of the fleet. So yeah.
Now this is probably my favorite shot from the trailer right here, just because it looks neat. But as far as this is why we don't have flying cars in 2019, because it would look like this. All right, you see this, like all of this shit here behind him. These people are just one bad move away from a really bad day. You know what I mean?
Hope there's none of those bombers back there from the Resistance. Fucking
Isn't
TIE.
that one of them right there?
If a TIE fighter, isn't that one of the?
Is this one here on the right? Yeah, over here on the right.
I think so.
Can you see what I'm pointing at? Or
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I got a
thing right
visitor here.
Oh, hey.
All right, come on over here, buddy. Walk around. There you go. You got to turn that down. I think I'm going to mute my mic for a second.
Oh, no problem, buddy.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Sorry, we're dealing with a technical difficulty over here.
Technical difficulties, you say?
He came in my room, wanted to sit down, found some change, and said, "I'm good," and just left. And then he spilled.
We're good now.
Then he spills my water on the way out. That's okay. All right, buddy. Thank you. Okay, I got it right here. All right. Okay, I'm
Oh, no problem, bud.
I'm back. This. I told him earlier. I'm like, do you realize how difficult it is having you home all day with me? Now that I'm used to being in school, because usually I'm done with my videos and stuff, and I've got all my work done by like 1 o'clock.
This is the part where you pack your bags and go out into the world, kid. You're on your own.
Oh, and he left his juice in here, so he'll be back.
Awesome.
Yeah, we could go, man. I'm good. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. I wanted to get so I do like this shot, but yeah. It's I have a feeling that the context of this shot is what's really going to piss me off. It's like these vehicles are so close to each other they can walk from one wing to the other wing.
That's probably what they're going to do. They're going to jump their space horses off the entire fleet onto the Star Destroyer.
No. I mean, I do see like some original ships here, but yeah, I think this might be one of those fucking bombers right here on the right.
The bombers weren't that big though.
The giant space dildo.
I think that's one of those Mon Cala ships, like the Radis was, because the Radis had that big drop down on the bottom of it, which I didn't understand. It was like the bombers. I'm like, well, that's another story altogether. But yeah, I think that's a Mon Cala, like a Mon. It's not a cruiser, but it's a Mon Cala ship. Oh, okay. Here.
Do you have any more?
Quit taking my money. Okay, buddy, you gotta go. Or just keep stealing my money, and we can talk about the Millennium Falcon here. You know, this is the part where it probably gets. Hey.
Actually, I just now realized I forgot to play my intro. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. All right, moving to the next scene. And we got all the people in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon that I don't want to see, with the exception of Chewie, who, if anything is true about the rumor mill, they're going to kill his ass off too. Probably blow up the whole Falcon.
It'll be him and Lando both.
That's the problem, man. Is it just the reason I feel nothing is I don't have any attachment to these characters. They didn't develop any of them.
No.
I know less about these people than I did from the first movie. And this far in, you should be really worried about what's going to happen to these people. You know, that's one thing that Empire Strikes Back nailed perfectly was they put everybody on a story, and the stakes were high. You couldn't wait to come back and see Return of the Jedi. If you wanted to see Return of the Jedi for any other reason, you wanted to know what was going to happen next.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that for this movie.
No, I have. Like I said, I watched the trailer and I just sat there and I was just.
I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to just be like, you know. But
no, I'd rather
turn
that frown upside down. But when when you give me a turd sandwich, I'm not going to say thank you. This is because that's exactly what this is. Well, why do they even bother fighting? We know she's just going to beat his ass.
Right. Are we really thinking that he might actually win this time?
Yeah. Third time's a charm, huh, Carlo?
All right. So what rotten ship that they're not going to be able to sell is this one? This is not going to make an interesting toy, is it?
This is the Kaminoan water cruiser.
Yeah, it's the worst wind sail ever.
Yeah. You want to go parasailing? Fuck no.
Can you imagine surfing on this planet, though? Holy shit.
Oh, those are some tidal waves. I mean, look at this.
All right. Now, this thing right here.
Ugh.
That's our new character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he drilling holes in the back of our hero's head here?
It was because of, I believe it was like the Sith, something they found, C-3PO couldn't translate. Of the 6 million languages he knows, he doesn't know the ancient Sith language. So they had to like change his programming. He ends up getting his mind wiped again, I believe it is.
Oh my God. Is that what, is that the, oh boy.
That's the line, the line he gives it. I'm just looking at my friends for the last time.
Here, I thought they were just trying to fix his Ethernet cable. Look at it. She's even Ray in the background's got this look on her face like, oh, you done fucked up now. Look at her. Holy shit. There's no come back from that.
I bypassed the generator.
He's got this look on his face like, holy shit, the back of your head's full of porn. Fuck.
Oh, there's nothing left back here but malted hops and bong resin and X videos. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God. All right. Let me back up just a second. These two fuckers right here. R2 Beach Ball and Steamboat Willie, the droid.
You know what that looks like? That looks like the old round air filters out of an old truck, a router, and a hair dryer, just like clustered together. Here's what we go. There's what it is.
It looks like it belongs on Mystery Science Theater 3000. And I wouldn't say that because I'm a big fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000, but it looks like that level of detail. You know what I mean? Like, with the help from his robot friends.
Oh, poor Joel.
Oh, Joel.
He doesn't want BB-8 or the hair dryer droid.
R.I.P.
Tom Servo and Crow were enough.
Tom Servo and Crow kicked this fucker's ass. Look at he's just one wheel and a megaphone and I don't know, maybe a book or a tablet right there. Yeah,
It's a Mac.
I can't wait to see what heroic things he's going to pull. And I think we've had enough of the beach ball at this point.
Yeah.
All right, so there's the back of his head wide open, and then these guys talking to him here, like everybody's looking at him like, well, peace out, bitch.
This character on the far left with the helmet on, that's Zori Bliss, Carrie Russell. That's
not quite Zam Wessel and not quite Boba Fett.
Yeah.
You think they're going to kill him off too?
Probably. Fuck. I mean, I don't see why they would keep him around. I mean, I'm surprised because they said they're done with this. I mean, I don't see them doing it. What else you can do with these characters? Not the original ones, like the new ones, like Ray and Finn. Ray's done. She doesn't want to do any more movies. You know, Daisy Ridley said she's done. John Boyega's pretty much done. Why would Oscar Isaac come back to this? Why? You could have turned him into a new Han Solo. Instead, you made him he buys his wife's boyfriend new fucking Nikes. I mean, they just cuffed him out completely. I mean, you spent an entire shit movie emasculating this guy. You know, well, fuck that. I mean, I don't care if it's my character or not. I'm not going to come back just to be a punching bag. You know, you gave me some promise in The Force Awakens, and then it's just like Rian Johnson pulled the rug out from under him, and now they're just like, well, you're just a set piece now to move the plot. That's basically what he is.
Horrible. So R2-D2 once again turned him on just long enough to move the plot along a little bit farther. That's probably the biggest thing that pissed me off. It's like you show R2 in the trailer, and he's relegated to like one or two scenes in both freaking movies that have come out.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Even Chewie's got this look on his face like, what the fuck?
That's a fuck look.
You know what that is? That's Chewie's version of you don't say.
Action.
Some asshole's got a gun out there.
You don't say.
That's what the fuck that is. This Christmas, watch your holidays get ruined one more time.
Watch hapless stormtrooper fodder fall rhythmically in sequence with our heroes running down a hallway.
Not too different from the heroes running down a hallway scene from The Last Jedi.
Or the original Star Wars, A New Hope, when Han Solo chases all the stormtroopers and then has to turn around and run back because there's like 100 of them. Can they not? And this is
I think this bothers everybody. This scene
it does.
Here. Wouldn't you say? Like they promised they weren't going to do this shit, and then they found a loophole and they jumped right through it, didn't they?
We've already seen her hug Ray. We've already seen that.
In fact, I think it's the same scene. I think they just rotated the camera a little bit and changed the background colors.
I wonder if this is that scene or if this is them putting Leia's face on her daughter.
Oh my God, Pete. Oh my fucking God. I just figured it out.
What?
That's why Rey has the same costume in all three movies, so they can intersplice the scenes without having to change the costume digitally and save money.
Cheap motherfuckers. You spend $4 billion on this. You won't spring another couple $100 for some new costume changes?
I just fucking figured it out.
Holy
just now.
Shit.
My mind is mind blown. That's why they do it. That's why she has the same costume, so they can intersplice these scenes cost effectively.
Oh,
movies by numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't it neat?
Ugh. That's what happens when you put the bottom line ahead of the quality of the movie, man.
This movie is doomed.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you? I said, I thought. No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
You bought the beer at 12:30. You said, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you put that outfit on Rey in The Force Awakens, right?
You know you done fucked up, right?
You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. Kathleen, you know you done fucked up, right?
I love that movie. I have that movie on Blu-ray, dude.
Oh, that movie's fucking great.
That was one of the movies I got from one of my recent archaeological digs. See,
I need to find that one in Boys in the Hood.
Best Buy. Best Buy has been clearance. Well, some Best Buys have been clearancing out movies at like $5 a pop. That was one of them. I'm like, Menace Society for $5? Hell yeah!
If I want to go to a Best Buy, I'm gonna have to drive about 70 miles. So
I hear you. Both of mine are about a half an hour away from where I live, and one of them is better than the other. So the one of them has a whole bunch of movies. The other one has nothing. All they got is just the new stuff. All right, so we're almost halfway through this madness. Nah, I don't even know what's going on there, and I don't care.
Please let them get exploded.
Oh, okay. They're in that thing. They're in the not skiff not on Tatooine.
It's Dantooine, not Tatooine. They're on Dantooine. They finally found
wait a minute. They blew Dantooine up. Well, you know, things we've proven from the Disney universe that you can blow shit up and no one's ever really gone.
I was just gonna say no one's ever really gone. Not even a fucking planet. Well, that was the remnants of an R. Kelly party.
I think.
Big P cloud.
Oh, I just done lost it just now. Oh, fuck. R. Kelly party. That was good. I was gonna say they were hyping up the new Disney ride for Galaxy's Edge. Is that what they call that? Galaxy's Edge. Whatever the kids are calling it nowadays. So here's Colt 45, man. Just happy to be in a fucking movie. It's like, yeah, I'll sit in there and laugh. I'm in the Millennium Falcon. God damn it. I'm gonna get a whole 6-pack when I'm done with this movie.
Hi, I'm Billy D. Williams, motherfucker. I used to advertise Colt 45. Now I'm Pando. Aren't you Lando? No, because they had Dong Lover fucking a toaster, and now its brain is in the Millennium Falcon, which is my ship. Give me a goddamn Colt 45. I can't do this shit. I'm 80 years old and I still don't fucking understand it. I mean, this is probably the conversation. Now, Billy, you're gonna die in this movie. Why? Well, you stuck your dick
because
in a
you're
toaster.
old. That's the rule. That's
you
the
stuck
way
your dick in a toaster, man. There's nowhere to go from there. You got nowhere to go. You were banging an SJW droid. Now her consciousness is in the Falcon. So you're not ever going to be able to step inside another ship without being accused of cheating. So you might as well just die and kill the fucking ship.
I have no words.
Let the record show my 4-year-old son is not in the room with me.
Oh,
right
God, yeah.
He is not in the room with me.
People are like dialing Child Protective Services right now.
Yeah, this motherfucker is talking about Lando shoving his dick in a toaster and his kid was just in the room. He's not in the room anymore. He's back watching his tablet in the other room while I
that up for
talk shit about Star Wars.
Dear God in heaven.
And he does call The Last Jedi the last dumpster fire.
Oh, you've raised him well, man.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the new Y-wing that they brought back because they know that everybody hates the bombers from the last movie.
Yeah.
So we'll bring those motherfuckers back. Although I don't see an astromech droid in the top of it.
Nope.
Those fuckers are piloted by Siri now, a Google Assistant.
We're all out.
Alexa, hit the thrusters.
Alexa, fire photon torpedoes. As you wish.
Yeah.
Alexa gets an attitude. No.
The saga will end.
It just did right here in this scene.
I want all of it to end. You notice how? Okay, right here. This is the fucking thumbnail for this video right here. The saga will end.
Here we
as
go.
Horses go across the fucking Star Destroyer. God damn it. What in the hell is going on? I don't even know. I don't even know. All right, so slowly we're going to try to get through this.
I'm going to shove this in the side of my neck while I watch these horses.
The story lives forever. Does it, though?
Does it, though?
The story that lives forever is going to be the tale that business classes teach their students on how not to ruin something that's been made by somebody else. You want to make a movie? You want to take over a franchise? Make sure you understand how it works Maybe even listen to the guy that made it before and maybe go off of some of his ideas.
You know, he did give you an entire sequel trilogy worth of treatments, and you guys chose to throw them away. And then you had your little coffee fetchers go back and try to dig them out of the garbage years later because you realized that you can't do a middle movie of a sequel trilogy and use a first draft and a shitty director and just give him autonomy to create trash and then expect the fandom not to strike back at you, no pun intended. But I mean,
that's the one thing about George, man. It's as much shit as we gave him about the prequels. I don't remember him ever actually coming out and saying, well, you fucking fans don't know what you want.
No.
I'll destroy your mythos. You won't know what you want until I give it to you.
He's not Taco Tuesday.
I'm going to show you this Godzilla versus...
Wait a minute. Let's back this up just a second.
He had to show me Godzilla. He's watching Godzilla versus Ghidorah.
So these two are going to face off again. Why does it always have to be the same fucking duel? It's these two in every single movie.
It's a best of 7 series, like the NBA Finals.
I would love to see her fight literally anyone else at this point. You know that?
As bad as she beats Kylo every time she fights, I bet you she fights another woman, the fight is like dead nuts even.
Seriously, bring back General Grievous. I mean, I want to see her fight anybody else but this guy. I'm so not excited to see these two fight again.
She'd just walk up to Grievous and flick him and he'd go flying across the galaxy. I mean,
probably.
It's Rey.
Yeah, she'd just walk up and go.
Yep. Bye-bye. Rey's got a fucking gauntlet. That's why does Disney give Rey a gauntlet?
Yeah, that's probably going to be the next movie.
That's next. We got an idea to keep Daisy Ridley. How? We're going to cross over Marvel and Star Wars and give her a gauntlet. Okay, I'm done. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm done with Marvel. I'm done with Star Wars. Anybody else? Well, oh wait, J.J. Abrams is over at DC now. I guess I'm going to be done with DC too.
Can we just get a collective?
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I want to back up. Right here.
Is this OJ running through the goddamn airport in the first commercials?
So when you get a chance, because I know you're a busy guy, Pete, I am too. I always get a chance to watch all the videos. Watch President Abu Nas and Fatal J roast this scene right here.
All right.
The way they roasted it, I don't want to spoil it. I have to. Just watch. You'll laugh anyway.
Is it on Fatal J's channel?
It's on President Abu Nas's channel.
Okay. All right. I'll check it out.
They're talking about him running because he gets cucked in every movie. You know what I mean? He's like,
oh yeah,
every girl he goes out. So he's running. He's like, that's my woman. you can't do that.
Leave Ray alone.
Let's see if I can back it up just a little bit.
I want to hear him say, I found my father.
Oh yeah, dude. Father.
I want to replace the guy in Miami Connection with him and have John Boyega redo that scene.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
That needs to be John Boyega doing that.
It's John Boyega, dude. Oh my god, my father,
Ray. And she's just let go of me.
All right. So what fresh hell is this? Is this it looks like a statue of Palpatine.
That's a pinata. It's a pinata. It's a Sith pinata.
Lovely pinata full of Werther's cough drops.
Have a Werther's original. They're delicious.
Original, brought to you by Disney Star Wars.
How about you have a Halls, Darth? That's much better.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Ha! Gay!
All right.
I had no idea. Like I saw the scene. I'm like, did they just like double team a statue? He had to put his helmet on for that shit.
Yeah. Does the helmet help? Because I mean, he was almost interesting until he took the fucking helmet off. I'm like, well, there's that reveal.
It's like the man hands joke we were talking about the other day. It's like, would it be better if she had hooks? Would it be better if Kylo had his helmet on? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, Jesus, help me, Rhonda.
Just a little bit.
Oh God. Why?
Just a little bit.
Why, Kylo? You're so terrible. And now the Raylos are going to be excited because of that scene. They're going to be, oh my God, look, they make up and totally get together. I tried to troll the Raylos the other day on Twitter.
Don't
I
troll the
tried.
Raylos.
I
All right, it's
tried.
like that. Those signs at the zoo, Pete. Don't feed the animals. This is the same thing.
Yeah.
Don't troll the Raylos.
I was like, oh, they've showed up on a couple of my videos. I've
I've
noticed
read some of the comics, dude. I've read some of those
they
comics.
hate watch. I'm like, just hate watch. I don't care. You give me clicks, baby. I don't care.
I'll probably get people hate watching this stream because they're mad at me that I don't want to go see this movie.
Yeah.
But I'm showing all you people right now why I'm not going to go see this. I've seen everything that I need to see right here.
It's not like we're just like, this movie's stupid and that's it. We're not just writing it off at this movie's stupid. We're like dissecting.
We're breaking it down why this doesn't work. We're showing you what is wrong here. Okay, this scene, the one that's in my thumbnail right now, is the one that bothers me the most. And I didn't think about it the first time I was watching it because my brain was trying to process everything that I had just seen. And that was only a 2.5 minute fucking trailer. This movie is supposed to be 3 hours long. I can't imagine sitting through 3 hours of what the fuck did I just watch? I did that already with The Last Jedi.
And I had shitty seats for that too. I was like sitting like this in the front row of the theater looking up at that the entire time, which made it even worse. It's as if watching The Last Jedi wasn't painful enough. Yeah.
So the only thing I can think here is that let's say they're not actually in space and they're in the atmosphere of a planet, which still, that's a lot of fucking Star Destroyers to be in the atmosphere at the same time.
Yeah.
So they have oxygen. Why are they riding horses on the deck of the fucking Star Destroyer?
And did nobody notice that they had a bunch of horses on the deck of a Star Destroyer? And are these horses now, real horses? They have, hooves and they have horseshoes, which on a surface like that, they wouldn't have any grip at all. So them running would look like me trying to run on ice and tennis shoes.
They're magnetic horseshoes.
They must.
There must be magnetic horseshoes. Thank you very much.
Is Ray using the force to like magnetize the horsey's feet to the deck of the Star Destroyer?
Can you imagine what that sounds like if you're right underneath the hull and you just hear this clunk, 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 clunk.
Like the old Monty Python with the two the conch shells,
banging the two coconuts,
the coconut shells together. I want to see that.
Jesus.
Like, I would love to see a parody of this with like a bunch of people on stick horses with the Monty Python coconut shells running behind them. They're like, this is the best we can afford.
Oh God! If I ever wanted to put coconut shells, it'd be right now. I swear, This is the most absurd fucking scene. I seen a meme posted like not even 10 minutes after this fucking trailer dropped, and it just said what's on all of our mind. Why are there horses on the deck of a Star Destroyer in space?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Because he was supposedly keeping this fleet in the unknown regions, I believe it was.
The unknown regions.
Which is
you mean planet Deus Ex Machina?
More EU stuff that they just want to go. Oh wait, we decanonized, but we'll just put that in right here. The cherry picking begins. I was like, at this point, screw it. Just ruin the entire Yuzan Vong War and throw it into one movie. Just do it. Why not?
They are, especially if they're going to kill off Chewie. Then they're totally ripping off the Yuzan Vong universe because I read that book. So yeah, so we have horses in space, most likely the same horses from Canto Bite. It would just so that they could tie that scene in. This is probably JJ's way of making that scene seem relevant because Ryan Johnson sure as fuck didn't pull it off. So his task was probably like, your mission, JJ Abrams, should you accept, is to make absolutely everything in the last movie and the movie before it seem relevant with this movie. This message was self-destruct.
And JJ's like, I've got a nose like a dick. What choice do I have? I mean, it's fun. From the brilliant minds that brought you Canto Bite and DJ, the biggest waste of Benicio del Toro in the history of him playing roles in movies. Like, I would take him in the collector role over the role of DJ. Like, he was so much better in that. And it's like, how do you go from that and like, what was it? Leaving our Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and every other movie he's done to being DJ. And I would love if they included him in this movie. Like that shit would be rich. I can't, man. It's so bad.
And I think their justification for this is probably okay. George Lucas broke the whole universe reality when you had sound in space. The reason he did that, he knows there's no such thing as sound in space.
Yeah.
Those scenes would not be exciting to watch unless there was some sounds, and some music and some. You try go watch those scenes on your TV. Watch the trench run battle and mute the TV. Is it as exciting? Maybe. Not quite as exciting. I guarantee. That's why he made a collective decision to do that. And how many science fiction movies have you seen where there is, in fact, sound in space? It's for dramatic effect. Having horsies on the deck of a Star Destroyer is stupid. It's not dramatic effect.
If somebody tells me that it's okay to have sound in space, which means it's okay to have horses running around on a Star Destroyer, I'm going to stab you in the neck with my letter. I'm going to stab you with my fucking letter opener. I'm going to stab him right in the eyeball.
They're going to do that, and I'm just going to be here like,
shut the fuck up.
Hey, what's up, Goober Brothers Entertainment?
Goober! Now to the comment section. Just got off work. What's up, dogs? Well, we're breaking down this travesty of a trailer, and we'll probably do it on the ETEP show later as well. But we're explaining to people, especially my fans, as to why I'm not going to go see Star Wars, because I've seen everything I need to see in this trailer to know that I'm not going to, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you, or however that works, shame on me. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I'm not going to suffer through this. It's bad enough that I'm going to sit through Terminator Dark Fate. So we're almost done with it, though.
I would rather watch Charlie's Angels. I'm gonna have more fun watching Charlie's Angels.
He's gonna go see Charlie's Angels too. Oh my god!
We made that deal because Adam's been to see the Terminator movies in the theater, and I went to see the original, the 2000 and 2003 Charlie's Angels movie. So I was like, we made the deal. I'm gonna go see that, and I watched the last trailer, and I'm like, God damn it! At least there's hot women in it. Sans Kristen Stewart,
because we're either stunning or brave, Pete.
I think it's a little bit of both. Kristen Stewart confuses me because one minute I look at her and she's got this blonde wig on, and I'm like, you're almost attractive. Like if I had my beer goggles on, and then she takes the wig off and she looks like Justin Bieber, and I just want to go sit in the shower like the Crying Game. I mean, so yeah, but that's I think the effects that movie will have on me would be less than going to see this. Because I'm liable to get kicked out of a theater for fucking throwing something at the screen, especially.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Anyways, all right. So this is the worst scene for sure. I just just trying to explain it to me. I have a feeling that whatever explanation you use will insult the shit out of me.
It's just Rose Tico saying, "See, I told you we should have saved them."
Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is.
We're saving what we love, Finn.
We're saving what we love. See, I helped you win the war.
Finn's like, shut up, bitch. You me too'd me.
Oh my god.
Well, he's gonna me too her. Shit, she raped him at the end of the movie. She accosted him.
Creepy. All right, so let's move past this scene before my head hurts anymore.
Yeah, just the horsies are shooting the TIE fighters. I want to see one of the horses knock a TIE fighter out of the sky.
Yeah.
Is it too much for me to get freaking horses with laser beams that can shoot freaking TIE fighters?
Right.
That's Palpatine sitting in his throne.
Even she's got this look on her face like, I hope I can get a job after this movie.
Well, that movie she made with Tom Holland is unreleasable.
Really?
They said that was so bad they couldn't fix that in editing.
Really? What was that movie again?
I don't know the name of it. The name eludes me, but it's kind of set in like, I think it's like the maybe 40s or 50s. It looks like, just by the costume design. I'm not sure. Don't quote me, but I guess it was like it was deemed to be on. There's been multiple articles about it. It just says it's an unreleasable pile of garbage.
Wow, so this might be her last role ever. Ooh, I feel Daisy. Bad for her on that one. Because we don't hate Daisy Ridley on our channels.
No.
We don't
call me Daisy.
We just hate
We'll get you on the channel. We'll
this
get Daisy.
movie.
We'll get Daisy on the podcast.
Well, we have a job for you right here, Daisy. Yeah,
Yep.
we'll get you a permanent slot. No freaking problem. That's how fair we are in the Fandom Menace. We know this is not your fault.
No,
Okay?
hell no,
This is-
I can't.
The
blame
people
her.
that write you wrote you into a fucking corner, dear. All right, they really did.
And if you've ever watched an interview with her, like I watched like a 10-minute interview with her, Alex sent me that I think it was like, I can't remember what magazine it was, but she is like an incredibly like funny, sweet, and she's off the cuff and she's got a dirty mind. She seems like really a really cool person. So like I really like over the last couple of years, like since The Force Awakens, Last Jedi, I feel bad almost for like ripping the character so much.
I want to see her rebound from it because I always feel
do.
like Mark Hamill got a bad rap after Star Wars too. You know, some
Yeah.
people just don't. They go into the Star Wars universe and they don't come out right on the other side. Jake Lloyd, Ahmed Best. You know, I mean, neither one of those guys benefited from Star Wars in any way, shape, or form. So I don't want to see that happen to her. All right, she's young. I would like to see her transition from this. Maybe put it behind her someday, depending on how this goes. I'm hearing rumors from our boy Scott Mendelson that this is tracking higher than Endgame.
Yeah. Oh God, we'll save. I'm going to talk about that tonight. That's going to be a big, because he wrote an article about that, so we'll break that down tonight.
Tracking higher
than Endgame.
Endgame.
No shit, man. Don't bullshit me. Bullshit. 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 You said so. It's all bullshit. Oh shit. 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 Shit.
So,
oh, Mendelson, fook you.
Right?
Fook you, Mendelson.
Mendelson, the most famous troll of them all.
Mendelson.
Star Wars: The Rise of Soy Walker, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally at the end of it now. Thank God we made it through.
Soy Wars, Plan 9 from outer space. It's like they said with like, was it possible like 6 different edits of this movie? It's worse than Justice League now. And
really, six different fucking edits?
6 different edits for this possibly. And I said, well, I've never seen a cinematic version of a choose your own adventure book before. You have my interest. You had my interest. Now you have my attention. I used to love
Every time I'm in the street, I hear
Bruh, 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 bruh. Man down. Bruh.
6. Count them, man. 6 different edits. That's a starting 5 and a 6th man.
Oh my God.
I want the edit where BB-8 just annihilates the entire galaxy. He just like goes rogue and just annihilates. Or you bring back Maz Kanata and she like picks the Emperor up and throws him down another shaft and he actually dies this time.
You know, when it was first announced that Disney was going to take over Star Wars, I had a feeling that they would probably run into the ground. I didn't know that they would do it this fast though, or this bad.
Took a 40-year-old IP in 7 years and you just took it out back like Old Yeller and shot it in the head.
I would have liked it. I would have liked it even more if they would have just stretched some of this shit out thinner. You know what I mean? Like 2 or 3 of these ideas and dragged it out a little bit. It might have been a little bit like we could have just said, well, the movie's not that great, but it's all right. It's Star Wars. You know, that's where we wanted to be.
They try to pack too much into these movies now. That's a problem. You give it a long runtime, you think you can shove more in. No. Cut back the excess, trim the fat, okay? And then develop the story and the characters a little bit better. Make it a 2 hour and 20 minute, 2 hour and 15 minute movie. I know that seems like a lot to cut back, but here's a pro tip from somebody who's never worked in cinema before in his life. Less is more. Less is more. You don't have to explain things to people like they're complete morons because complete morons are making these movies and look where we're at now. Like I said, what they've done with Star Wars would be like if I took my dog, we got a 5-month-old puppy. If I took her out back with my handgun, shot her in the head, and then drug her out to my son and goes, oh, look, here's the dog. That's what they're doing. That's what they've done to Star Wars. You've taken something that everybody loved. It's like a member of the family. you fucking murdered it, and then you're still showing it to the family like, oh, you're probably, it's like that David Allen Greer sketch on In Living Color. Look what you done killed my dog Duke. I don't know if it was David Allen Greer or Jamie Foxx, but he said drag this dead German Shepherd around.
Remember that
and
now?
move the leash and make it do tricks. This is what Disney is doing to Star Wars. They got this dead dog on a leash. And
I think that was David Allen Greer. Yeah,
I think it was, man. But God, that just it's there's so many metaphors and I can do to make this relevant to the zeitgeist and how bad it actually is. Like I said, man, this is old Yeller. Oh, they old Yellered Star Wars. That's what.
So I didn't show this trailer to my mom, but I explained it to her. I'm like, it was like dinner conversation yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so there's a new Star Wars trailer out. And she just kind of looked at me and she goes, oh yeah. And I explained it to her, and you know what her reaction was? I feel nothing. That's exact. She didn't even hear what I've been. She doesn't listen to my streams. She didn't even know that that's exactly what I said and exactly what you said. I'm like, that's exactly what we said online live when we watch this. I feel nothing. You didn't bring me anything that is remotely interesting.
See, my mom kind of liked The Force Awakens, and I don't hold it against
mine
her.
did too. Yeah, we kind of enjoyed that movie. I'm not going to say that one was bad. That one had potential, and I was interested, and then it kind of just fell apart from there.
She really liked Rogue One. She even said, I don't really think she cared for Solo because she didn't like Alden Peckerwood. She's like, the guy that played Solo was not Harrison Ford enough, I think.
In fact, I'll even go so far as to say that my mom, because we always see these things together, because that was a big deal when I was a kid. They took me to see Star Wars, and I was it was like one of the first movies that they had taken me to see. That actually was the first movie that they took me to see that wasn't a cartoon. So they were afraid that I'd be too bored, and they always say, well, your eyes were glued to the screen, and you never moved. Yeah. I said, yeah, that had a big impact on me. As far as I was concerned, that there really was a galaxy far, far away, so that was really special to them. So every Star Wars movie that's come out since, we've always seen it together as a family. And in fact, The Last Jedi, it was driving me crazy because that came out around November. We had company, and we were trying to juggle when to go see the movie. And people were just in a hurry to hurry up and spoil the shit out of that movie. And I'm like, we gotta go see this before somebody spoils it, And she was the first one to just vocally say, "Oh God, I got a headache." And I had one too, but I didn't want to say it. She's like, I was like, see, you're like, she's like, I didn't like that at all. Because I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm like, it's definitely not one of the better ones. I didn't know how I felt about it. And then after seeing what that movie did for the whole fandom, used to be, people don't get along as it is, but you could always bond over a Star Wars movie. And even if you don't like some of them, you can bond over just liking Star Wars in general. Now it's like, well, if you don't like this, and you don't like Star Wars. Yeah. You don't like Star Wars.
You're not a real fan. I know my mom, and she kind of liked The Last Jedi, and she didn't get why I hated it so much. And I'm like, and I've explained to her ad nauseum. She's like, why does Trey call it The Last Dumpster Fire? I'm like, you've watched that movie, Mom. I'm like, I was like, and then she's like, I like BB-8. I'm like, I don't, I was like, you're, whatever. I was like, I'm not going to argue with you about it. Now my sister, on the other hand, she's like an avid, like, Last Jedi defender. But to be fair, my sister is
to be fair.
I
finally watched that clip. Now I get it.
Fuck, that's great.
To be fair. Some funny shit.
But my sister's an SJW, so of course she's going to like Disney Star Wars. I mean, so
I'm sorry that you have one of those in your family. I do not. Thank God.
I have one. And then the other one is still like really kind of like far left to center. But so we just really don't discuss a lot of things to do with, politics, because especially
you don't want to start those wars. Yeah.
No, I leave that to my dad. Like I said, man, my dad he's a retired cop. He's a Marine Vietnam vet. He is like ultra conservative. And he will sit there, wear his goddamn red hat with the white lettering right when my sisters come over, like no fucks given. I mean, and it's just like, I don't, I'm like, I'm just a centrist, man. I just want to enjoy my life.
Yeah, you want things. I like to make sense out of things.
Life is too short to argue about politics.
I don't believe in choosing sides. If with this one, it's not like I want to just choose a side. It's just that I had chosen that I still love Star Wars. I just
Yep.
don't like Disney Star Wars because I don't like
Yeah.
what they've done with it. Especially with the sequel trilogy. I'd be okay if they made some more side projects that are
Yep.
not Solo.
Yeah.
Solo was boring. Okay. Rogue One was a lot of fun. I still enjoy
was.
that one. I think that I still will stand on that, saying that's the best thing that they've made since they took over that franchise. If they were going to give us more of that fan service, I'd have been more excited. But yeah, she had said, I said, well, what is it you don't like about it? She said, well, it's like you went to go see the Beatles, but instead of John, Paul, and George and Ringo, it's just Ringo and a couple of his kids, Yeah. And then I showed her the Red Letter Media video, and he said it's like they killed John, Paul, and George all in the same night. The only one that's left is Ringo. That's exactly what this feels like. You're trying to you want fans to like this thing, but you're also trying to distance yourself from the past fans. You can't, like I said, this is going to be studied in film classes. It's you can't abandon one audience for another audience. It doesn't work like that. You can't replace an audience. If your audience is already there and you have fans already there, you got to give them what they want. They're the ones that are spending the money. They're the ones that you have to appease.
The only way I would go see this would be if I could get my mom to go, because her health ain't great. Her and my dad took me to see Return of the Jedi in 80. I was 3 years old in 83. They took me to see that. And that would be the only way I would go see this. But I would feel bad watching with her because, my mom is a Star Wars fan. She's the one that got me into this. Like my dad now, I'll put Star Wars on when I go over his house on their tray, and he's like, goddamn shit, just goes in the other room, no matter what movie it is. He just doesn't care. He wants to watch his John Wayne movies and shit like that, and his old Frank Sinatra detective movies. Cool, man. I'm in his night court. I'm good with that. But mom is like really the one who always got me the toys and stuff. So it's like that would be the only reason I would go see this, if I could get my mom to go with me. But I don't want to sit there, because if I go see this movie, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to complain the entire time under my breath.
Yeah, that's just it. I don't know if I can be an adult in this situation. And I don't want to go and sit in the theater and watch this, because it feels disrespectful, because these are people that have control of something that they don't understand how it works. They don't care how it works. No. They don't care to understand how it works. And most importantly, but not least important, that sentence made no sense. The most important thing is they don't respect the fans. And what's that hashtag, Pete? Without respect,
we reject.
All right. That's right. Exactly how I feel about all of this shit that I've had to deal with in the past couple of years. Doctor Who, Star Trek, James Bond, Star Wars, watching everything get butchered and beaten to shit. There's other things that we can enjoy. That's why I went ahead and did that Creep Show review earlier. I like it. It's something new that I'm enjoying, and there are things that you can be enthusiastic about. It sucks that Star Wars is in the condition it is. Can it be rebounded? Maybe, if you put the right people in charge. I don't know if Kevin Feige will save the franchise or not, but I think it's awfully convenient that they're putting him in charge, because they know how much of a mess this is. They're going to move Kathleen Kennedy aside and put Kevin Feige in charge. Maybe he fixes it, maybe he doesn't. I'll be interested to see what he can do with it.
How is he going to have time, though, with this new creative control officer?
I mean, the guy's pretty close to running. He'll be running for president in a couple of years at the rate he's going.
Kevin Feige is to Marvel what I am to like live streaming. I mean, the dude is like all over the place. Like,
right.
It's just, it's speaking of which, I picked up one subscriber. I live stream, like Groove said, like 8 days a week. Give me a couple more subs, man. Come on. Slap that fucking subscribe button and hit that bell. I know I'm working myself to death for you guys.
Definitely give this guy some attention. And like I said, I'm on his channel about as much as I'm on my own. And I do apologize for not making more content. I swear to God, I'm trying to get back on course. And I know I can only apologize so many times. I just need to produce, but my ass hurts in this chair. I mean, I'm sitting on an ice pack, and I'm holding back the tears. So, but I am going to be on Pete's show tonight. Why don't you go ahead and plug that, Pete? You do that better job of that than I do.
That is the Place to Be Reviews podcast. That is episode 71 tonight, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Be myself, Groovinator, MJ, and I'm not sure who else is on the panel tonight. Let's see. Oh, wait. Hey, Goober Brothers. Are you available tonight? Just hit PM me and let me know if you're available tonight. And oh God, there's Chris Wicks with a new name, Ray's Double.
Oh no! Where?
Look at the chat; it just popped up on my screen. There it is.
Oh my God, Chris!
I love it.
Oh, welcome, buddy.
I love
we
it.
just got done doing a breakdown of the trailer, and I haven't put out a lot of content this week, so I've been spending this whole time apologizing for that and doing this show. I like doing this live format. I want to do this more often, but also, Chris, if you're just joining us, we are doing a watch party this week. I just announced it. We've been talking about it, but I've been keeping it quiet because I wanted to save it for the stream. But we're gonna watch Dawn of the Dead this Saturday night on my channel. Watch party, and you know how crazy our watch parties get, so that's gonna happen. But I do want to plug Pete's channel one more time as soon as I tap.
I'm here somewhere. I'm in the zeitgeist. I'm relevant somewhere. Maybe not here, but somewhere.
Yeah, I got bad news. You just lost your channel. No. Dear God in heaven.
It was the Karens. It was all the Karens' fault.
Ooh, have you seen
it was all the Karens.
My stapler. They took away my channel. I don't know what happened to it. It's gone. It disappeared.
Anyways, talk to the. There we go. All right, so you want to go and subscribe to this channel. This guy right here. Okay, make sure you subscribe to that channel, and we'll be doing that show tonight at 8:30.
That little button over there, press it. Press the button.
Press that little subscribe button, and then ding that little bell icon thingy too, so that you can get the notifications when those things go up. And then also make sure you subscribe to his Facebook group as well.
Yep.
And I'm gonna get that up here. I wish I could do this things a little faster. I'm gonna have to get better at this.
Yep, we've got the Facebook group, the official Place to Be Reviews fan page, and we have the official Place to Be Reviews page. I post links to all the videos in both of these and stuff like that. And this is a great our group is a great meme dump. I did some fire ones the other night. I've got a lot of good memes in there.
Oh my God, we didn't mention, dude, the memes for this trailer are going to be so much fun over the next week. I just within 10 minutes, I seen like about 5 memes just made me laugh so hard it hurts.
I'll screen share the one tonight. I'll do it on my show.
Yeah, let's do some memes tonight. We're gonna do some memes on Peach. I don't want to do it on this channel because we've ran on long enough and my ass is hurting in this chair. That's what she said. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But yeah, definitely stick around. I'm gonna get some more content. You know, it would be the watch party this weekend, and the closing plugs. That's what she said. So I've got a lot of projects in the works. I had at least 4 or 5 videos I was going to make this week, and I just haven't been able to sit down and do that. But watch party on my channel, 8:30 p.m. Saturday. That's my Halloween watch party. And the reason we're not doing it on Halloween is because it's Halloween. Duh. All right. Everybody's got some kind of plans. Pete's got kids. You know, I got to pass out candy.
Shit, man. I ain't got a job. How am I supposed to pay child support? I got one.
I mean, so then the very next day, my ass has to get up early and get out to the movie theater by noon so that I can watch Terminator Dark Fate. Why do I do these things? Because I love you guys. That's why. So anyways, that's all I got for now. Make sure you check out the stream tonight on ETEP Coolion's Place to Be Reviews. You guys have yourselves a groovy day. And this is the Groovinator signing out. Peace. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining. Please remember to depress that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you'll be the first to know when new content is published. Please visit RaidersOfLostFlicks.com for more hilarious entertainment and links to all of our social media platforms. Also, consider supporting us on Patreon. As little as $1 a month supports our worldwide digs for more Lost Flicks. Thank you, and have a groovy day.
Well, bye.